What's up, guys? It's Mark the Greatest, and today's video I want to talk about adversity can be used as an advantage in life. Now, if you're new to my channel, please like, comment, and subscribe. Also, share this video, and we're gonna get right into it, y'all. So, adversity can be used as an advantage in life, and when you go through things, I think there are a lot of lessons that are learned. I can really attest this for myself in my life because in this past year there are so many valuable lessons that I needed to learn, and even just lessons of me before going to college. Like there were things that I had to learn. I had to learn about discrimination because for a black man, everywhere you go, you're going to face some sort of discrimination no matter how you look. You can be the nicest person, you could be the most clean cut, good looking guy, but because you're still black, you're still going to be discriminated against. And I think this is one of the core lessons that I've learned over the past few years is people are going to discriminate you no matter what, whether you're black or even Hispanic or white. Like everyone has gone through some sort of discrimination. Maybe some more than others, but I've just realized that sometimes there's nothing you can really do about it. Like you're gonna face it. Everyone faces discrimination, like or just from like your disability to your race um, to your education status. Like there's discrimination everywhere, but you just have to know how to use those situations to your advantage. Use your haters or your discriminators, use that as fuel and make that a reason why you succeed. And I think this is what I've done in my life because, you know, I remember me pursuing trading and like trading with prop firms. And I remember all the people that said I would not be able to do it. I remember professors telling me I wouldn't amount to anything in life. I remember a professor saying, oh, I wouldn't make it in trading. And guess what? I ended up making a way for myself and I ended up being semi successful. Now, I'm still not where I want to be, but at least I'm progressing. And I think that's the most important thing is you progressing in life and taking risk and learning from your mistakes and learning through hard times. Like I think that is what shapes a person. That's what makes a person more confident in themselves and more, able to do things. And I think adversity is something that forms strength. I think adversity is something that can be used to your advantage. And, you know, I think that's what happened in my life is there are a lot of situations that gave me a hard time, but I came out on top from every single situation I've ever been through. And one quote that I've heard Steve Harvey say is, "You survive, you have survived 100% of the situations that you've been through." Let me say that again. You have survived 100% of the situations that you've been through, right? Whether you've been through some easy times, happy times, or whether you've been through some sad and frustrating and hard times. You've been through all of these situations, and I remember this past week I was struggling and I was just worried about me paying for my tuition in college, and I was just so worried and I was just my mind was just kind of out. Like, I wouldn't say it was kind of distracted, and I couldn't perform the way that I would have liked to because just a lot was on my mind. And but then a solution came for me. I ran into an email with Sally Mae, and everything worked out. And I'm just here to tell you guys that sometimes you got to go through those struggles in life. Especially if you want some sort of like greatness. Like me, I'm pursuing my college degree. I'm pursuing a degree in accounting. And now that I'm older, I've started to appreciate college a lot more because before in my younger days, I didn't understand the true value of college, and I now understand that college can be used as a stepping stone to get to where you want to be. Now, I'm not saying that it's for everybody because everyone has different paths in life, but I think it was pretty ideal for me because, what I've going through and, based on the type of person that I am, I I'm more of a brains guy than a handyman. I'm not a blue collar guy. I'm more of a white collar guy. So I knew that college was an ideal path for me because I knew like okay, it's going to help me to advance in the white collar field. And I think that's okay. And it made me, I went through the struggle so that I would have the self-awareness that I do have now, And that's what I want you guys to do is, you know, sometimes you need to go through some hard times in order to really find who you really are. Sometimes you need to hit rock bottom and you need to go through some things in order to really find out and figure out who you truly are. And the year I believe I was out of college for about a year. Well, in person college for about 2 years. But I was really out of like physical college for like 2 years. But I went back in between the 2 years, and I remember in those 2 years when I left school that uh I hit rock bottom in my life. I hit the bottom of the bottom, like no money, living with parents. Like I really hit the bottom of my life. I didn't like the person I saw in the mirror. I just I was just so upset with everything about myself. And that adversity and those 2 years is what transformed me into the person that I am today. Now I'm a person with a nice haircut. Now I'm happier with who I am, and like it was just a moment to really reflect and see who I am in it. And I took some hard choices along the way. I did some pretty hard things, but I made a transformation in my life. And I learned a lot about myself. And now I feel that I'm on a pretty good track. Now I still have a lot to learn, but I'm making an effort to make my life better. And I think that's what I would like you guys to do is find ways to make your life better. And I'm not saying life is always going to be easy, but I think I think people are deserving of a good life. Now, I think it's only if you've earned it, but I'd say that no one should go through the brutal, harsh realities of life, like homelessness or any of that. I don't think average human beings should go through that at all. And I would say if there's a better option, then I would go with the better option. If there's a better option where it's going to make your life better, I would take it. And I think that's why I went back to college because even though, I was pursuing trading, I ran into a plateau and I'm like, I'm like, yo, like I can't keep doing this if I don't have a job, you know? So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to go to college, then I'm going to graduate, then I'm going to get a job, and then I'm going to use the job to start my business. And I think that's how it's traditionally done, you know? And I'm not saying everyone's going to turn out like that, but that's how it is a lot of times. When you get an education, that opens doors for people. And this is something that I've started to learn over the years is, you know, getting an education. I don't care if it's just online education or even just going to college education. Getting an education opens doors. Let me say that again. Getting an education opens doors for people. You know, so and then I think it makes people's lives easier, you know? And I'm not saying you should always want an easy life. I mean, yeah, you would, you know, no one wants to go through super, super tough times, but sometimes that's what we need is a tough time in our life to really show us the value of things. And I'm so happy that I am the person that I am today, because had I not went through the adversity that I did in the past 2 years, I don't know where I'd be. I don't think I'd be as far as I am now, you know? I think I'd still be in a rut. But now you know, sometimes you need to take 10 steps back to take, in fact, you need to take, 2 steps back to take 10 steps forward. And that's what I've learned in my life is sometimes you need some steps back in order to go forward in life. And I think that's, you know, that adversity of stepping back and being pushed back taught me some things, you know, and sometimes I'm glad the success didn't come right away in my trading, because I probably would have blew it had it came too fast, you know. You know, and there's certain things that you have to learn in order to maintain certain things, you know, like to get a dream job. You know, it takes a lot of effort, and then once you get that job, you gotta maintain the job in order to have it for a long time. And I think that's even with a business, it's like you have to make the right decisions in order to maintain it. Even with investments, you have to make the right decisions in order to maintain it. You know, and one thing that I've realized, guys, over the years is I learned life is a maintain game. Let me say that again. Life is a maintain game. So if you don't maintain anything, you're not going to have it very long. You don't maintain your health, you're not going to have it very long. You don't maintain your education, you're not going to have it very long. You don't maintain your job, you're not going to have it very long. You know, you don't maintain your survival, you're not going to survive very long. So I'm just here to tell you guys that life is a maintain game. And if you don't maintain the important things in life, you're going to go down. And that's the reality, you know, and I think that's an advantage of going through adversity, is realizing that life is a maintain game. You have to learn how to maintain things. You have to learn how to have a work ethic and have character and hustle in order to get what you want out of life. You know, and that's something that I've learned, and that I think is something that I'm still learning to have in my life. And when you use those times as fuel, that makes you a better person. That develops your character. That develops you as an individual. It makes you a lot more stronger internally. You know, and you know, whenever you have a problem, you'll be able to solve it on your own. You know, you won't have to rely on people as much. Now, it's good to rely on people and it's good to ask for help sometimes, but sometimes you need your own back in order to solve your own problems. Let me say that again. A lot of times you need your own back to solve your own problems. So if you're up against the wall, you got to figure out a way to get out of that rut that you got yourself in, or the rut that you're in, you know? So that's I think that's what adversity is all about, is learning from your hard moments in life and using them to your advantage and using them to your benefit, whether it's in business or whether it's in the corporate world, or whether, you know, it doesn't matter where. It's just adversity can be applied in almost any part of our lives, you know? And I'm just here to tell you all that, you know, adversity can be used as an advantage to succeed. And I also want to say that people sometimes have excuses to why they can't do something, and this and that, or they may be disabled, they may be going through a tough time in their life. But that should give you the extra motivation and the extra fuel to make you want to do better in life, to make you want to do more, and to make yourself something out of life, you know? Don't let excuses be in the way of your success. Let me say that again. Don't let excuses get in the way of your success, okay? And that's really what I wanted to talk on today, is adversity can be used as an advantage. And I think it is an advantage, you know, when you look at life as a whole. Without adversity, there wouldn't be much lessons to learn in life, you know, and there wouldn't, you wouldn't, I don't think individuals would grow and they would just stay in the same place, or they would just kind of be in the lines, when really life isn't always in the lines. You know, sometimes life isn't a by the book thing, you know. And even like one thing that I've realized, guys, is, you know, a lot of times in school, they teach you to draw inside of the lines, or they teach you to write inside the lines. But in life, sometimes you have to go outside the lines. You got to go outside of what's been taught. And this is something that I've realized in my life, is like, sometimes, you know, yes, there's rules in life, and yes, there's laws that you have to abide by, but there are just times where it's like the staying within the lines is not going to get you anywhere. And sometimes you just have to kind of go outside. You have to go outside the lines in order to get somewhere in life. And I'm not saying to break the law or anything, or to rob or kill or anything like that. But I'm saying that sometimes you have to think outside the box. And really, if you think about it, life isn't really a box. Life is very vast and is very broad. And I think we should use that as an advantage too, along with our adversities that we go through in life, you know? And I'm just here to tell you guys that I think these are some things that adversity can teach us when we use adversity as an advantage, you know? And I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you're new, please like, comment, and subscribe. Also, share this video and hit that notification bell if you guys want more of my upcoming videos. And have a great day, everyone. It's Mark the Greatest. Peace.